So I was looking for a rubber strap for my SBDC101 or the SPB143 if you have the international model number. And since I had good experience with the half link from Uncle Seiko for my Black Bay 58, I thought I'd check out more of their stuff, and I decided to order this GL831 for this watch. And before you guys go on about how I mounted this the wrong way upside down to what is the conventional method, I did this on purpose, and the reason being is I felt that this was more comfortable, and it seems like by mounting it this way and wearing it on your wrist, the tendency for the watch to fall over to the outside portion, the 12 o'clock direction, is greatly reduced. I guess that's just for me. I'm not sure whether it apply to all of you, but this is something you guys can try out if you have that problem, with the watch not staying center on your wrist. Anyway, coming back to the strap, this is the GL831 by Uncle Seiko. And if you guys are not aware, GL831 was a stock Seiko strap that came with some of their models in the past, and Seiko does not sell these straps anymore, and it's quite a pity because a lot of people are huge fans of these straps, and I can see why. These straps are very, very comfortable. They have this traditional design, and Uncle Seiko did us all a favor by coming up with a reissue of this particular design and similar kind of material as compared to the original GL831s. So looking at the strap itself, the design, as I mentioned, it's the GL831 design, which means that the lugs, if you notice here, are slightly thinner than how it flares out over here. So for this kind of skin diver watch, like the SBDC101, this sort of K-shape and the straight lug design over here, I think it suits the watch very well because it gives it a more sort of tapered look, which flows with the case of the watch, instead of suddenly cutting off here and then having a strap over here. So it gives this more presence, and it also ties into the K-shape a lot better. And in terms of material, on the top we have a very smooth textured material, and the bottom we have this sort of rougher texture. So this rougher texture, the benefit of it is that it provides more room for air to flow through underneath a rubber strap. And if you guys are familiar with rubber straps at all, you will know that sometimes they can get very hot and very sweaty, especially if you come from a tropical climate such as I. So this sort of texture really helps with the airflow. It really helps with preventing the watch from feeling very sticky to your skin. So today is a very hot day, and I just came back from outside wearing this watch on this strap, and I must say that it is way more comfortable than the traditional rubber straps that I've had in the past with a flat, smooth textured back. So over here you have a little bit of branding, Uncle, and I guess this is GL831, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's 831, so it's just the model number. So and on the surface, like I mentioned, is a very smooth sort of rubbery texture, and this rubber texture does not attract lint. So my room is very dusty, as you guys can probably tell across the course of all my previous videos, but it does not attract lint like a silicone strap. So the material used is really higher quality. I'm not sure whether it's FKM rubber or natural rubber or whatnot, but it's definitely rubber. It's not silicone, and it does not attract dust and lint as bad as the silicone straps. So some of the Seiko stock straps also come with that nice soft silicone strap, but the problem with that is that it's really a lint magnet, and I couldn't deal with that. So I had one in the past and I sold it away, and I much prefer these type of rubber straps and this kind of material. So moving on to the keeper, it is also ventilated here, and the keeper is pretty interesting because the keeper is also ventilated, but what makes it interesting is that on the underside it is sort of broken up into two sections, and what this does is when it wraps around your wrist, it helps to curve. So if you have just a huge chunky keeper, what will happen is that it will, it will be very, like, let's say you want to curve it this way, it doesn't really curve well, but you're curving it this way, it does so very easily. And the benefit of this, rather than having two separate keepers, is you don't have to worry about the keepers, coming loose and whatnot, because it's one huge piece, which works very well in holding the keeper. So looking at the buckle, we have a sand-blasted finish, I guess, or bead-blasted finish rather. And I did remove this buckle to try on other buckles, and I realized that the spring bar used was not your typical spring bar as well. It's a slightly thicker, slightly fatter sort of spring bar. So I'm very glad he did not scrimp in this aspect, and he provided very sturdy spring bars for this. So talking about spring bars, when you order this watch, what you can do is you can request for him to send you the spring bars, which are fat skinny bars, I guess you can call it that. Because you know the normal Seiko spring bars are these fat Seiko bars, and his straps are made to go with that sort of diameter. But if you want to use these straps for your other non-Seiko watches or non-Seiko diver watches, you would need his fat skinny bars or his custom bars, so that the tip of the spring bar is suitable for your watch. So you can request that in your order if you do pick up this strap, and he will gladly send you a couple of those instead of the typical Seiko fat bars. So I guess that's a very nice touch, because he doesn't just limit this strap. It's not just limited to Seiko divers, and well, you can use it with any other watch, and that is really awesome in my book. So moving on to the wearability of this. Let me do this off camera. I'm still getting used to this upside down orientation, but I really enjoy the way it sits on my wrist. So it's taking me a little bit more time to put on and take off a watch, but I really like it. So give me a second here. And there you go. So this is what it will look like on the wrist. So you can see it has a very, very seamless look with the lugs, and I really like that flare out of the tip of the strap. It really makes this watch look a lot more substantial as compared to having just a plain 20mm lug width strap that tapers down to 18mm, without any flares at the side. So yeah, it is 18mm at the clasps. And like I mentioned, wearing it this way is really enjoyable. And this keeper, as you can see, by having it in one piece, it stays in place a lot better than having it in two separate pieces. But you can still see how it bends over here. Yeah. So I think this is really an awesome strap if you're looking for a rubber strap for your Seiko diver especially. But if you are also looking for a strap that you can use with your other non-divers, just let him know that you would like that different side, the custom spring bars to go along with it, and he'll gladly throw it in. So let me know what you guys think about this strap. There's another color variant. I believe there's a dark green color for this strap, and he also sells this Izuzumi or Irizumi. I can't remember the term, but it's basically this strap with some patterns and like tattooing on the strap. That's pretty cool as well. I suggest you also check that out. It's the same price. It's $39 US, and well, some of you may say that is pretty expensive for a rubber strap, and I think that, well, you get what you pay for, yeah. So I wouldn't say it's cheap necessarily, but I would say that if you do pick one of these up for a decent watch, such as this SBDC101, you won't regret it, or it's really worth the money that you pay for. So Uncle Seiko, once again, I'm very glad that he always thinks of how to fulfill the needs of the community, the watch community, and especially the Seiko lovers community in this crazy world that we have. So guys, let me know what you think about this Uncle Seiko GL831 strap. I think they're awesome. So if you want to pick one up, please head down into the description. I have a link there which will lead you to this strap, and do check out the rest of his site as well. I'm sure you can find something that would interest you and something that you would be interested to pick up. So guys, it's coming to Christmas time, so Merry Christmas, early Merry Christmas, and have a Happy New Year. Stay safe everybody. I'll see you on the next video.